Hello and welcome to another video. Today I made a family tree for King Edward VIII, who later abdicated and became the Duke of Windsor. And so let's start. First, I'm gonna start from his parents and grandparents. His parents were George V and Prince George and Mary of Teck. George V, you can see George V. I said Prince George because he was Prince George when Edward was born, and even his grandfather Edward VII was also prince. So when he was born, because his great grandmother Queen Victoria was queen. Um, so his father was later King George V, and when he died, Edward became king. And after he abdicated, his brother George became king. After he died, his daughter Elizabeth, and after she died, her son Charles became king. Um, so Queen Mary over here was firstly known as Mary of Teck, and then she was known as Queen Mary, and then known as Queen Mary, the Queen Mother. And so Edward's paternal grandparents were Edward VII, first known as Prince Albert Edward, and his grandmother was his wife. Ed- oh my gosh! Okay, so let's just call Edward VIII David because I watched the movie. There's a movie called King's Speech. I've seen it. People they call him David all the time. Let's just say David. His paternal grandma was Alexandra of Denmark, later known as Queen Alexandra, and then later Queen Alexandra, the Queen Mother. Um, and fun fact, she died on November 20th, 1925, the exact same day as Robert F. Kennedy was born. Same with Herbert Hoover and the Camel Harris. They both. He died on. Uh, he was born. She was. He died and she was born on October 20th, 1964. Anyways, so David's maternal grandparents were Francis, Duke of Teck, and Mary Adelaide of Cambridge. And she was just a little bit older than him, and she died first, of course. So Edward was the oldest of his siblings. He had 5 younger siblings. George, actually, his real name was Albert, so Albert, Mary, Henry, George, and John. His younger brother Albert was later known as George VI, and David was king before him since he was older. But he abdicated because he wanted to marry Wallis Simpson, and she was already married twice, and she was divorced twice, and they wouldn't let him marry her. She was also an American. Same with Meghan Markle, and so Edward abdicated to marry Wallis Simpson, and okay, he loved her, but that just didn't make any sense. But thanks to him, his younger brother George, I think he made a better job than Edward would ever do, and his daughter Elizabeth, thanks to his abdication, um, and then George became king. Albert became king. After Albert died, his daughter Elizabeth became queen, and she was queen for 70 years, making a new record since Queen Victoria. And yeah, so after Edward abdicated, he married Wallis Simpson. They lived a happy life together. They moved to France, and they lived there till the end of their lives. And after Edward abdicated, he was known as the Duke of Windsor, and his brother was king. So that's the whole family tree of Edward VIII. He didn't have any children because they didn't want any, probably, and And there's only 13 people over here. If you don't believe me, you can count them, or you can see right over here where I'm. Follow my mouse. Right over here. 13 people. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Next video will be in a few days because I'm going to my grandparents' house for the weekend. So I'll probably be back on Sunday or Monday maybe. And please tell me in the comments whose family tree you'd like to see. Could be anybody from the history, but probably not Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, or Jesus. Not that far, but I can still do some. And thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. And I'm gonna do a voting poll on my channel, on this channel. I'm gonna make a post on this channel, and you can vote whoever family tree you'd like to see next. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.